what we're going to be doing. So let's see what we got. I guess we don't have to do what we did on the last episode because what we did on the last episode was more publishing. I am going to go ahead and open up a Unity because I'm pretty sure we're going to need that at some point in this process. And let's go ahead and make a build. We're going to do this kind of like premature and see if we have what we need for the Mac stuff. So we're going to be targeting Mac OS X. We're going to be using the standalone build. There's not a separate build for, like, on Windows. You can choose Windows here and make it a standalone build, but there's also the Windows Store app stuff, which is a separate build process. On the Mac side, I think it's just the Mac OS X build setting. We'll find out if there's more magic that we have to do, which there's probably going to be some. I'm going to go ahead and hit switch platform here so that we get stuff building. And as soon as that's done, we'll do a build, check it out real quick, and then see what it takes to actually get that thing set up for the App Store. Although I'm going to check the player settings ahead of time to see if there's anything that hints at Mac OS, the Mac App Store settings. Sometimes the stuff that you see just in this little window is not all the stuff that might matter. Other things that might matter are in the player settings. And this is just doing all the re-import on all the assets again. This should be the largest file here, the music file, and everything else should go pretty quick. And it's done, even. So, player settings.
That was ludicrously quick.
Yes, it was. So, set on the player options, capture single screen, display resolution dialog enabled, Mac full screen mode, Mac App Store validation. That sounds important. Let's actually find out what Mac App Store validation does. Unity Mac App Store validation. Enable receipt validation on the Mac App Store. This enables receipt validation on Mac App Store. If this is enabled, your game will only run when it contains a valid receipt from the Mac App Store. Use this when submitting games to Apple for publishing on App Store. This prevents people from running the game on any computer other than the one it was purchased on. Does not implement any strong copy protection. Any potential crack against one Unity game would work against any other Unity content. For this reason, it's recommended that you implement your own receipt validation code on top of this using Unity's plugin feature. Alright, cool. So we can do this. However, since Apple requires plugin validation to initially happen before showing the screen setup dialog, you should still enable this check or Apple might reject your submission. So that sounds like we're going to turn it on. We'll see if it messes anything up for us. And I'm just going to see if there's any other... Okay, we've got supported aspect ratios. I guess I should double check that. Alright, so technically these are the ones that we specifically tested. Well, we didn't specifically test 5.4, but we did 2.3, sorry, which is pretty, or the 3.2 rather, which is pretty similar. And so we know that 4x3 to 16:9 were good. Others we're actually not good at, but you know, what's the worst that's going to happen? They're just going to see more on the sides of the screen. It's probably not going to ruin their experience, so I'm just going to leave it on for others. And anything else we want? All these look like they're good to go. Alright, cool. So let's do a build. We're going to go build settings, build and run.
Build or?
I do not want a development build, certainly. And actually, we may not be able to run this one and test it, so I'm going to double check, though, because we have got the validation. So if we go to the desktop here and build this and call it Make a Game Now, this will create an app for us, but I think it will not actually run because we'll have to validate on the App Store, which actually scares me a little bit, because it means that we can't just directly test it. So let's see if my theory is correct. Yeah, that's not looking too promising. If we go to console, we can actually probably see what's going on here. So console is a program on Mac that allows you to see all the log messages and stuff, and if we double-click Make a Game Now, you'll see that it says Store Agent Unsigned App. So this is basically saying that this is not valid for what we're trying to do. So I'm going to do, before we just submit blindly, because we can test on this platform, I'm going to go ahead and do one more build, but we're going to turn off the App Store validation. Project settings. What is it called? Oh yeah, it was in project settings player, but I went the long way. So we're going to turn off Mac App Store validation. Save scene, save... Oh, wait. Don't save scene. That's just empty scene. Save project, build settings, and build. We're going to put this on the desktop again. Let's see how the game does. So we're going to double-click this. I don't see an icon for it yet. That's kind of unfortunate. I wonder if it actually has one. It just hadn't refreshed yet. I saw an icon for the other one. Didn't I? Yeah, I thought I did.
Yeah, I think there was one before.
Huh, weird. I wonder why there's not an icon on this one. Okay. I wonder why there's not a Unity message here. Weird. Alright, well, I'm just going to run this at 1280 by 720, which is full screen here, and we'll see how this thing runs. Powered by Unity. There we go, we got the game. We can press start game, and we can use either left and right, A and D, or we can click on the left and right side of the screen. This is a bit loud. Feels real good on here. You can definitely hear the stereo separation, that's good. When we pass by things, it actually has positional sound. Whoa.
That was a close call.
That was. Oh, could have gotten two. I'm glad I didn't take the risk on that one, because that pillar came from behind real fast. Oh, no! Well, looks like things are going pretty good. Let's just double check credits. We haven't actually
Music changed right when you hit credits.
It did. That was perfect timing. Cool. Looks like it works. I just want to see if it stops properly. Yep. Awesome. And high scores. We got a high score thing. So it's looking pretty good. I didn't think it was going to be any problem on this platform, especially considering this is basically what we're testing anytime that we're in the editor. But I just wanted to make sure. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call this one... Wait, why is it called Make a Game Now? I thought we had changed the name in the player settings. Oh, wait, it's because I saved it as Make a Game Now. That's right. It doesn't have anything to do with the player settings. So the product name is Grid Cruiser, but for some reason I decided to type it in as Make a Game Now. I'm going to call this Grid Cruiser No Check, No Validation. Oh, there's the icon. Sweet. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do another build once again. I guess I should have not overwritten the build, honestly, but doesn't matter. But before we do that, we're going to change the Mac App Store validation on again. Save project, save... I don't want to save scene. I'm going to open a scene so I can save a scene just because sometimes Unity likes it to have that saving. So we're going to go build setting again, finally do a build. We're going to call this one Grid Cruiser without any additional data. That one will be our validation version. And I'm going to just quickly make sure that it does not run, which is what it's supposed to do, even though that sounds crazy. So we're going to double click Grid Cruiser. Yep, didn't run. Store agent unsigned apt. Very, very excellent. So now let's actually see what we need to do to submit this to the Mac App Store. So we're going to kind of do the same thing that we were doing last time with the iOS stuff. We're going to go to the Apple developer website, and I'm going to go into Member Center. We're going to log in. It may automatically log us in. Sure. I didn't even have anything in there. Okay, whatever. Sign in. What? Always allow. I don't want you to do this anymore. Alright, continue. So, we're going to go into the Mac Dev Center this time. And we're going to go into Certificates, Identifiers, and Profiles. It'll remind me later on both of these, and we're going to hit the Mac apps section. So I've got a lot of these things already in here. I forgot to clean this up before we started. I think I can actually get rid of all of them. Maybe. Oh, I can't revoke it. Weird. Developer ID application, developer ID installer, Mac installer distribution, Mac app distribution. I think most of these would be generated automatically when we're doing this stuff. It does worry me that these can't be revoked, so I can't show you how that goes, and they don't go away until 2017. I think this certificate may actually be granted automatically when you set up the Mac stuff. I'm going to go ahead and revoke the ones that I can, just for the purposes of demonstration, so that if there is anything we have to build, we can build it. And the ones I can't revoke, I'll assume that those ones probably are going to be Xcode generated and stuff anyway. Like, I'm pretty sure these ones actually were requested, considering it says August 12th, highly likely that these were actually requested when we were doing... Well, wait, no, August 12th is too early. I don't know. Maybe it's just serendipitous this happens to be near August. App IDs, I'm going to get rid of the wildcard ID for right now. And I don't think I can remove this one. Yep, didn't think so. You won't have to delete these, you'll just have things. And again, I can't remove devices, so we'll just have to leave that as it is. And provisioning profiles, all these are expired anyway. I'm just going to get rid of them. We can mass delete them by doing this. Sorry I'm doing this on the show. Alright, this is artifacts due to the fact that this is my account, not the account that we created fresh. And I apologize for that. I couldn't make that work, unfortunately. So, what are we going to do? So, identifiers, app IDs. So, we're going to need an app ID, and we're going to need a distribution profile. So, let's do a distribution profile first, and let's delete this one and create a new one. So, we're going to create a distribution profile, add. We're going to do Mac App Store, and Pushy Pixels, Proton Pulse Mac, that's not the one we want, so we need to actually create an app ID. So we're going to create an app ID this time. We're going to hit plus here. Our description is going to be Grid Cruiser Mac App ID. And we're going to not need any of these services. I guess we can't uncheck that one for some reason. We're going to give an explicit app ID, so com.pushypixels. And actually, I just realized we probably can't use the exact same name. If I call this Grid Cruiser, I think it will give me a problem because it has to be unique in Apple's database for both their platforms. Yep, it's already there. So we're going to call it Grid Cruiser Mac, and that means that we're going to have to rebuild our stuff. So Unity, we're going to go into Project Settings Player, and we're going to rename this one, I think it's in Other Settings. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe there's nothing in there that actually sets this on this platform. Just in case, I am going to go ahead and set it here. Even though this is the iOS section, it has a star here, so that means it's a shared setting between multiple platforms. And I'm just going to assume that maybe it might do something. It may not actually make a difference. And we'll just do one more build. I'll just do build and run because I'm lazy. Which is not going to... Wait, what is it build? It's importing assets. That means that it's probably not building the right version for some reason. Build settings. Huh, weird. Just stop. Stop this. I don't trust you. Why are you re-importing everything? Alright, I can't... There we go. It's gone, finally. Player settings. Alright, build. We're just going to build, save, replace. And this is the one we can't test, so I'm actually going to do one more build that we can test again because I don't trust that build. Building fair direct. I hope that's the one I canceled. Let's double check though. So we're going to go build settings, player settings, change this back to non-validated. What were all those errors that we had here? Okay, all those are fine. And we're going to go build settings, build, and this is going to be the no validation version again. Just want to make sure that it runs and doesn't have like some screwed up textures or something because it didn't import them right or something. So, Grid Cruiser no validation. It is weird that this is blank. I would have sworn that they would have put a Unity icon there. As a matter of fact, I don't think we can even change that in the player settings. Project settings, player. If we go to like splash image, config dialog banner. Maybe we can set this on without Pro. If I go to like, let's see. Let's give it a shot. Let's give it a splash image. What is the banner size? Let's check that. Unity splash image banner size. All right. All right, so 432 by 163. So let's open up our asset folder real quick. So I'm going to go into Dragfire, make game now, and we're going to go into documents and our submission screens. So what's the best one that we got to work with here? 432 by 163. So let's just start with the game icon 512 and open it in GIMP. Open with GIMP. GIMP is querying new plugins, even though I'm fairly certain it had those plugins before. But I guess it's new to it. Forgot them all. So we're going to now image size. We're going to change the. We're going to scale the image first. We want it to be 432 by 163. So you want it to be 432 wide. 432. And we're going to scale, and then we're going to do crop. What is it? Canvas size, and we're going to set the width. We want that to be 432, and we want the height to be 163. 163. And then we're going to center this, and this is our most brutal one yet. This is going to look terrible, but I'm going to do it anyway. So, file save, because if we can do it, I'm going to do it. We're going to call this game icon banner, and I'm going to actually move this one into the assets folder because Unity needs it. So we're going to go into icons, and I'm going to save it. Oh wait, I don't want to save it as an XZF. I want to do export as. There we go. And so we're going to go call it game icon Unity banner. Be more specific this time for some reason. Oh, okay. Well, I've saved it in the wrong place. We'll just move it. We're going to grab this, and we're just going to copy and paste it into assets, icons, paste. Go back into Unity, and we're going to go into the settings on this to make sure that it doesn't mess up. So we're going to do, I think GUI is actually probably exactly what we want, but I'm going to go to advanced, and we'll just manually do it. We're going to make sure that this is set to true color. I'll do automatic true color. And bilinear should be fine, and what we want is wrap mode clamp. We don't want to generate mip maps, and we want non-power 2 to be none. There we go. Now it won't be stretched out. So just like the advice that we found on the friendly internet. So we're going to go to build settings, build. I'm going to go ahead and build the no validation one because that's what we're set up to build right now. And then I'm going to rebuild our... Oh wait, I didn't actually put the banner in. We're going to do one more build. Build, save, replace. And then we're going to go to our player settings again. Player. And we're going to change it so that it has App Store validation. And we're going to do one more build, and this time we're not going to have anything at the end of it. Replace. Alright, so let's take a look at what we've got. So I'm going to try the Grid Cruiser with the validation. Good, doesn't launch. I'm going to try Grid Cruiser no validation. I don't see our thingy that we just tried to build. It makes me sad. I don't see our splash screen. Maybe we don't get splash screens and it just teases us with it. Looks like things are working. I'm just going to quickly check the other scenes. Okay. Okay. The reason our scores didn't save is because it actually does save the scores. Like if I run this again, it'll have our last score.
There was the banner.
Oh, cool. Well, that's okay. I'll take it. But the reason it didn't save the high scores is because we had changed the project name to fit the new thing that we're doing, Grid Cruiser Mac. So we're going to hit continue, and we're going to hit submit. Alright, so we've got that done. We're going to go into our distribution thing again. We're going to hit add a distribution thing, Mac App Store, continue. We're going to use Grid Cruiser Mac. We're going to need to create a certificate. So we're going to do Mac Development, actually no, Mac App Store. Continue. And we're going to do Mac App Distribution. This allows you to sign your apps installer package. So our app is not going to have an installer. It's going to just be a app. I think this is what we want. So we're going to do Mac App Distribution. Hit continue. So we're going to have to do the keychain access thing again. So keychain access, certificate assistant, request a certificate from a certificate authority, put in our email address. We're going to save to disk, and we're going to common name for this. I'm going to call this Mac App Store Distribution. We're going to hit continue. Save this to the desktop. Replace. We already had one down there. We don't need our old one anymore. So we're going to go continue now. Upload our certificate from the desktop and generate. And we're going to wait while this thing says loading, and we're going to hit download. So now we can open up our Mac App certificate, and that should automatically add it to keychain access. And we're going to do something that we forgot to do last time. We're going to hit continue. Last time when we were creating a provisioning profile, we got sidetracked by the certificate thing, but didn't actually generate our distribution certificate. So now, well, let me hit continue. Okay, Mac App Store, Grid Cruiser, use our certificate we just created, and profile name is going to be called Grid Cruiser App Distribution. Mac App Distribution. Generate. Then we are going to download our profile, and I'm going to just click it here, and that'll add it to our. So it says install Grid Cruiser Mac App Distribution. Install. It will ask you for your computer's username and password, and only development provisioning profiles can be installed in system preferences. Production provisioning profiles are imported within Xcode. So it just gave us a clue there. We're going to actually have to import that in Xcode. So, which is weird because I didn't think we were going to be using Xcode in any portion of this. But let's go ahead and see what we do. We're going to now do, actually let's set up the iTunes Connect portion of this. So we're going to go to iTunes Connect now. And we're going to create a new app and manage your apps under the macOS X, or wait, not under anything. We just do add new app. We're going to choose macOS X app. We're going to call it Grid Cruiser. We're going to give it a SKU number. I think we did Grid Cruiser Mac 1 is what I'm going to call it. And our bundle ID will be Grid Cruiser Mac. Continue. Price tier or tier 1. And continue. Alright, version number 1.0. Copyright Pushy Pixels LLC. Primary category is games, arcade, action, and entertainment. We do not have any of these horrible things that they're going to ask us about. Though admittedly I've wanted to make a really horribly rated game someday. So now we're going to go into our folder that has the documentation, and we're going to look at our submission text again. We already have a long description. We're going to grab that and put that in here. We already have our keywords. This should be all set up now. It's nice to have this stuff when you're doing more than one of these things. And actually, I'm going to put a period here because I noticed that was missing. We'll fix that on the other one some other time, probably. Support URL, www.cookingwithunity.com. Marketing URL, same difference. And we're going to put in our contact information. I think this is for Korea again. Or is this just for anything? Nope, not for Korea this time. Actually, app review contact information. Let's go with main at makeagame.now.com. And anything else? Okay, cool. And phone number 541-325-3807. Include your country calling code. That's 1 for us, for the US. Maximilian Moreau. Whoops. Maximilian Moreau. And 20500. I don't know why I didn't just delete the whole thing. Because there's nothing similar on that line. Email, once again, main at makeagame.now.com. Phone number 541-325-3807. And sandbox entitlement usage information. To get started, provide your contact information above and click Add Entitlement. You must provide information for every temporary exception entitlement specified in your binary. This is optional. I don't think we need entitlements on this in this case. And we need some screenshots. So I'm going to just they are not picky about screenshot resolution. So I'm just going to give them our raw submission screens. I think they're not picky. Let's find out. Are they picky? Oh no, they are picky. So that's stupid. So what's the best resolution we've got right now? Like our starting resolution is 2730 by 1536. So that means we're gonna have to go down to I guess 1440 by 900 is what we're gonna go with. I guess everything that they produce is 16 by 10. So I'm gonna just give it a shot one more time. I know it's not gonna work, but let's just give it a shot for the sake of saying we tried. I really think that if you give them a big old file, it should just resize it automatically for you and call it good. And then while it's going, I'm going to actually resize it. So we're going to go open with GIMP. I'm going to close this old one. We don't need it. And discard the changes on it. And we're going to go select now image size. We're going to do scale image. We're going to make it so that, let's try by 900. So this is 1600 by 900. That'll be good. We're going to scale that. And we're going to bring it down to 1440 by 900. So we're just going to now canvas size 1440, resize. Whoops, undo. Canvas size 1440. But then we want to center it and resize. There we go. And now we can export as 0-1440 by 900. Export. All right, discard changes. We're going to grab this, throw it in. Oh, I don't want to do that. That's probably going to. This doesn't have a drag on thing, so this probably would have gotten rid of all our changes. I'm going to actually hit save first, and it's going to complain that we don't have a screenshot, so that's good. And then we're going to do the screenshot. I just didn't want to be in a situation where I navigated away from this page and we had to paste everything back in again. I've had to do that before, so do not accidentally navigate out of these pages. They're angry. And we're just gonna hit save. We'll get more screenshots in later. All right, so we're ready. We're in prepare to upload. That's a good sign. View details. I don't know why. Oh, I guess it gets the icon from the binary. So I'm gonna click ready to upload binary. And we do not use cryptography. We do display third-party content. We do have the rights. Third-party content in this question is our, well, technically our font and our music. And we do have the rights in both cases. So we're going to open. What was that? And the star. Yes, the star. Actually, the star. The star's CC0. So, well, yeah, I guess that's, yeah, it still qualifies. Okay, cool. So I'm going to quit GIMP. I'm going to close some of these windows. And we're going to open up Xcode. And we're going to go where this thing is pointing us to, which is Xcode Open Developer Tool Application Loader. We could probably just open Application Loader, but I just am going to do it through the process they say. Application Loader. And what we're going to do is... So I'm going to try deliver your app. I don't think this is going to work, though. We're going to do Grid Cruiser. Next, choose. And then we're going to try just choosing our Grid Cruiser app. Yeah, it won't even let us choose it. So we need to create a package, I think. So I'm going to try create new package. New... Use this option to manage in-app purchases. Create a package by importing your metadata from a tab delimited file or spreadsheet. I guess I will try that. New in-app purchases. No, this is obviously not what I want. Create new package, new from file. Okay, this is where it gets fun. So let's search for Unity Mac App Store package. Submit Unity games to the Mac App Store. So show package contents of the app. There's a lot of things here. Alright, so I swear this is a lot of things, and we can actually go through this. This may work for us. But what I want to do is, yes, I think this is it. Jamas software, that sounds familiar. Nope, this is a one that you have to buy. I swear there was a set that was made by some people. It might be this one. They might have decided, oh wait, we should charge for this. Package, program, I'm gonna say. Unity entitlements tool. Here we go. This I think is the one. So this one's free. What does this do? Code sign entitlements, vaccine packaging. So I think this is the magic tool that I used last time that I submitted to the App Store. I'm just going to see what considering this is made by the same thing that does this tool, so I'm just curious what the difference is. So 3 steps. Enter your bundle settings, share between presets, enable and set up code sign and packaging commands, apply manually or automatically to the preset to your bundle. I'm going to go with the free one for now and see what we can do. So Unity entitlements tool, I'm going to open that up, and I'm going to put it in our applications. Oops. I think I put the wrong thing in there. I don't know what I just dragged in there, but it's in there now. Or did I drag it into downloads? I might have done something really silly. Unity entitlements tool. This is free. This is Mac only software, but that's okay. You can only use the application loader on Mac. So, pick your Unity project directory. All right. So this actually wants our Unity project directory. So I'm going to go to Make a Game Now and choose Open. Can't open project if no provisioning profile is available. Huh. What does that mean? Unity entitlements tool can't open package. I'm going to try this one more time just to see the error again. Not open project if no provisioning profile is available. So I'm going to give one more shot on this direction here. What I'm going to do is we're going to go into iTunes. We're going to go to the Mac developer page. Mac Dev Center. Here we go. Apple Developer. We're going to go into our certificates thingy again. Remind me later. Certificates, provisioning profiles. So what was it that it wanted? No provisioning profile is available. So let's try a development provisioning profile. We're going to add one. I'm going to delete the ones that are already here. Whoops. Actually, I'm just going to add one. Who cares? Mac app development. Grid Cruiser. Create certificate. We're going to call it Mac development. What is this? Okay, yeah. And continue. And we're going to do this one more time. Keychain access. Certificate assistant. Create a request certificate. We're going to call this one Mac App Store development rather than distribution. Save it to disk. Continue. Save. We'll just replace the one down there again. Hit done. Continue. Upload. Desktop. Glad we didn't do this last night along with the iOS thing. That would have been a long episode. Yeah, I'm still here. It's just doing stuff. All right, and we're going to download, and we're going to open up our Mac development certificate, and I'm going to hit continue and go ahead and do Mac app development. Finish this whole process for real this time. Select our new certificate, and I'm going to put it on all of the devices. And profile name will be Mac App Store Development. Generate. Download. And I'm going to import that in. Install. This one should actually install because it's a development certificate. Yay, it installed. Oh, wait, I know what the problem was. Okay, this will probably allow me to do it now. No, it still can't. Remember, we saw a clue on a page at one point where they mentioned that we're going to have to go into Xcode to add our distribution profile. So I'm going to go into Xcode. I'm glad I remembered that we had something like that. We're going to go to Organizer, and I'm going to go to, I don't know, yeah, I think this is where we want to put it. So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to put, not this one. So where's the... This is the distribution one. So we're going to, like, this is the one where if we double click it, it says we can't use it because it says that we want to put it into Xcode instead. Imported within Xcode. So I'm going to try dragging this into the organizer. That didn't do anything. All right. I'm going to click Add to Member Center on here just in case on my Mac here. All right. And I'm going to try something. I'm going to right-click this, and instead of opening it with System Preferences, I'm going to open it with Xcode and see what happens. Did anything happen? So really doesn't look like anything happened. Let's try this one more time. Oh, it worked. It did do something. Even though it didn't look like it had done anything, it did something. Yay. All right. Look, Mac App Store distribution. Perfect. All right. We're going to code sign the application. Our category is Games Arcade. Version number is 1.0. This is optional. I guess we'll just do copyright, which is option G. Pushy. Copyright 2014. Pushy Pixels LLC. Icon file. So we need an icon file. So we need an ICNS file. So what's the easiest way to do that? We need to create ICNS file. I convert icons. This sounds promising. This is probably a pay app, but we can do it online. Let's just do that. Drag an image or icon here. So I'm going to go with our 512 sized image. So we're going to go into Dragfire, make a game now, documents, submission screens, and we're going to go game icon 512. I'm just going to drag this in here. Yay. Although it only went to 256 by 256, I wonder if that's a problem. I'm just going to see if I do the bigger one. I'm just curious if this still does the same thing. Okay, so it looks the same. Hopefully this will be fine. I'm a little worried that it doesn't show a 512 by 512 icon. So I'm going to grab the... I wonder what Finder Ready means. Oh, HQX. I'm going to do just ICNS file. And let's look at this, see what it looks like when we open it in preview. Oh, good, good. So it does have a 512. Because that's the 256 there. Yeah, looks good. So, and actually, let me try the bigger one that had the... I'm just curious if this one actually has a 1024 size as well. Nope, it doesn't. It's exactly the same. Cool. Gonna go with the first one, I guess. Doesn't really matter. They are a K different for some reason. I wonder why. We'll go with the smaller one. I don't know. What was the last one we did? Okay, let's do the first one. I'm just going to delete this one, move to trash. We're going to call this game icon.icns, and I'm going to put it into the assets folder. Dragfire. Make a game now. Assets. I'm going to put it in icons. Paste. And actually, I'm going to tag Unity for a moment just so that it creates a meta file for it. So there we go, we have a meta file. So now I'm going to set the icon file. We're going to grab assets, icons, gameicon.icns. Due to an issue with Unity, you have to provide your splash screen in TIFF format. Interesting. So I'm going to now open the PNG file up again in GIMP. And we're going to export as, and we're going to change the type to TIFF. And we're going to call it Game Icon Unity Banner TIFF export. Yeah, we'll just do basic uncompressed TIFF. And let's now put this in there. Sweet, we can drag and drop. That's awesome. We don't really care about entitlements. We do definitely care about... Wait, let's see. Maybe we do want this stuff. Because I think we need to be sandboxed to release on the store. So, application identifier com dot pushy pixels dot grid cruiser Mac. This is optional. I'm just gonna leave those ones blank because we're not using them, and we don't need Game Center. I'll go ahead and do app sandboxing because I think we need it these days. And we don't really do anything, so I'm not going to check mark anything. We might later have to do, if we do like high score stuff, we might have to allow outgoing network connections. We're going to do enable packaging. We want third-party Mac developer application. And we want to update build pipeline. Alright, so everything should be set up now. So what this actually does is it adds some stuff to your project when you build. So we're going to have to rebuild our apps again, and I think that's how this works. So let's see if we can make something that is meaningful. So I'm going to quit the Unity entitlements tool, just making sure that we're looking okay here. Yeah, it looks like everything's good. So we're going to quit that, and now we're going to open up Unity again. And what did it add? If we go to, is there a plugins folder? No, it didn't add anything. I swear it's supposed to add, oh, there you go, editor, entitlements, post-process, build player. So what this is this is a little script, I think we could read it, that that handles the stuff that happens after we build. So this should do what we need to apply our entitlements. I'm not sure about the other stuff. Let's see what happens. So we're going to go build settings. I want to okay, whatever. That probably would have done that anyway. I did post-process build player, so that's good. And so did that do anything useful? So there's this untouched, and then there's this grid cruiser here. And I think this is the one that has our modifications that were just made. So, but that still didn't make us a package. That worries me. Alright, I'm going to deliver my app and just see if maybe we can choose it at this point. I don't think we can, but I'm going to give it a shot. This stuff is always so tough. Downloads. Yep, nothing. Back. Let's look at creating a package. New from file. Yeah. Alright, so let's see the instructions on this Unity entitlements tool. Alright. Valid Mac development. Launch Unity entitlement. Pix project directory. Enable features you'll be using. Click update. Alright. Adds 2 files to your project. Entitlements and post-process build player. Alright. Packaging my Unity app for the Mac App Store. Alright. Alright, so we've done that. Alright, we need info plist. So I think this is already doing it. So how do we actually do the package? Build installer package. Here it is. Here's the magic. All right, product build. So we're going to open up terminal. And we are going to go to my app. So we're going to do cd. Actually, I'll just paste this command in. And what we want to do is path to your game.app. I think applications should probably stay as applications. I don't know what the heck that's up with. Alright, so we're going to go slash... I'm going to try a relative path. Let's see if it works. Tilde slash... not downloads. Desktop slash grid cruiser dot app. And then path to output game dot package. We will just do, if you do function right, it'll, well, function down. Okay, it doesn't do anything, never mind. I swear that was supposed to be page over, but whatever. Same deal. So what the tilde is, this means home directory. So we're going to go to the home directory, desktop, slash grid cruiser, what was it originally called? PKG, p.pkg. Desktop does not exist for writing grid cruiser. Let's try, is it just tilde desktop? That doesn't seem right. What did I do? And actually we don't want Flashbang Studios anyway, so we want to use whatever our, what is that actually called? Let's go to Keychain Access, find out. So third-party Mac developer installer. Alright, so we need third-party Mac developer installer Pushy Pixels LLC. Going to copy this, paste. That was not what I had copied at all. I can't undo that. All right. All right. So it's sign third party Mac developer installer Pushy Pixels LLC, and I think I'm just not going to chance the home directory. I'm going to do slash volumes slash Macintosh HD. Wait, oops, there we go. Macintosh. If you tab, it'll autocomplete, and we need Macintosh HD to have a space in it, which requires a slash and a space and some other things. Slash users slash dragfire slash desktop, and we will do this. No. Okay, good. Kept all that, thankfully. And we will grab the same location for the other part here. I really wish I could be using page up, page down right now. Slash volumes slash Macintosh HD slash desktop slash user slash dragfire slash desktop grid cruiser. Go. All right. Something went wrong. We didn't give it the proper usage somehow. So let's look at what we have here, and because I did a lot of things and probably screwed up somewhere. So product build, product requirements plist, we don't care. So product, okay, so dash component path, install path. Okay, that's appropriate. Output product path. And where's the sign? Let's see what the signing is. Huh. Great. So path to your game.app. Oh wait, I missed. Okay, I missed something. There's a quotation mark missing here. Actually, maybe I can just. No, I can't. That would be too easy.
Next time we should copy or do this in a text document.
Yeah.
Copy and paste
Yeah.
it
Good
into
point.
the-
Good point. Very good point. I think we'll do that for the next round of these if this does not work. Ooh. Ooh. Wait, no. Oh, missed another one. So I'm going to hit Command C. We missed the quote on the end of this one. Error. Does not exist for writing gridcruiser.pkg. How does that not exist? I'm going to try copying this and pasting it. That definitely exists. Does not exist for writing gridcruiser.package. That's such a lie. Okay, go back to my home directory, go back and do this again and stare at it again quizzically. Does not exist for writing gridcruiser.package. I'm going to try sudo and then we'll paste in this whole command one more time. What that means is do it as a super user. So we're going to put in our password for the computer. Still didn't work. Alright. Oh, path to your game.app. Okay, we did. Wait, we did. So we got the game.app. Which one is it complaining about? It's complaining about the output. It looks like we're doing this right. I'm going to get rid of the quotation on the last one here just in case it makes a difference. I don't see why it would. Oh. Wait, okay, so now I can't find... So before it was the package. Now it's not complaining about that. So I think maybe we just don't need these quotations. Let's find out. Okay, actually, let's do what was suggested. Let's first get rid of the sudo. We don't really want to do that unless we have to. Let's open up a text edit, paste this in here so we can edit it a lot easier. And so what do we want? We're going to get rid of the quotes on this one and this one. Should have done this a long time ago. Thank you. And we will just paste that in. Oh, it did something! Yes, always allow it. Do it as many times as you want. Oh, you made me a package. I'm so happy. Alright, so we now have a gridcruiser.package. Hallelujah. Deliver your app. Gridcruiser 1.0. Next. Choose. Desktop. Gridcruiser package. Open. Now it's going to tell us all the things that are wrong.
I feel like wasn't there a setting earlier somewhere where it asked if we were going to deliver? Oh no, that was installer versus app.
Yeah.
So this, yeah.
Although maybe I should have.
Be correct.
Yeah, I think that is correct. Hopefully it is. This will let us know if it's not. So I think it's probably uploading now. So if there's any chop, I apologize. I'm going to go ahead and see what the comments are saying. Draw physics seems interesting. Is something in the project marked as read only? I don't think so. I think it was just this being... Oh wait, so this is done. It looks like it's grayed out. It's not actually grayed out. I'm going to click send. And now it's doing something. Invalid signature. Main app bundle gridcruiser is not signed. Refer to the code signing and application sandboxing guide at Alright, so it somehow didn't end up being signed, even though I swear that we told it to sign this thing. Alright, let's try the process shown here for signing it. And I'm going to go into the Grid Cruiser Untouched. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to build again. Yeah, let's go build Grid Cruiser Untouched. I'm going to call this one Grid Cruiser Didn't Work. And we'll call this one just Grid Cruiser. And I'm going to try and sign it using the tools here. Alright. Actually, you know, I'm going to try the one that didn't work, and I'm going to try code signing it. Oops. Alright, so we're going to go into... I'm going to go back into text edit. And I'm going to... So we have this one still kind of set up, and I'm going to set up another one for this. And we're going to replace third-party Mac app developer installer. And actually, we don't want the installer in this case. We want Mac developer application. And path to our game is that. I'm not going to have the quotes because that wasn't working so good for us before. And we will now go into, what is it called? Terminal. And we're going to paste this in. Code sign. Alright. So, are there two of them for some reason? Users direct file library. Ambiguous. I'm going to eject my other drives here that we're not using because I think it might be trying to grab something from them. And GIMP evidently took ownership of my other drive for some reason. Come on, go away. I don't want you anymore. Force eject. Do it. Yay. Alright. Let's try this again. Still didn't work. Okay, so let's do keychain access and see what the two that it's conflicting with are. So third-party Mac developer application. Okay, so Mac app submission, pushy pixels. Where did this one even come from? This is the one we want. I'm going to delete this one. I'm going to give it another shot. Alright, code sign. Code object is not signed at all. In subcomponent libmono dylib. What does that mean? Alright, well, I'm going to try doing the package one more time after doing that. And let's give this one more shot. I don't think this is going to work. We're going to probably have to massage it some more. Alright, deliver your app. Choose. Next. Choose. Open. Send. Invalid signature. Alright, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go back into Unity. Actually, I'm going to go into the Unity Entitlements tool again. So, quit this, go into Unity Entitlements tool, and we're going to choose our project directory, which is Make a Game Now. Choose Open. Alright, Grid Cruiser Mac, Grid Cruiser Mac. So, this was set wrong. I'm going to try developer application. Maybe we had two. I deleted one of those ones that was generated earlier, and that might have been part of the problem. So I'm going to update the build pipeline, and we're going to quit Unity Entitlements tool. I'm going to open up Unity again, just regular Unity. I'm going to go ahead and just trash these because I don't want to confuse with any of them. We're going to choose build settings, build, desktop, grid cruiser, go. Always allow. Alright, so that built some things again. Maybe they'll be signed properly this time. I'm going to do the package deal again on...
Did you delete the last package, or...?
I did.
Because there's a package there.
Oh, sweet, it built one this time. That may be a good sign.
So maybe it tried to build one before, but it
And
came
failed,
across the same...
yeah. Same problem where it was
Yeah.
a ambiguous code sign thing. That was probably the problem.
It
Sweet.
would be nice if it was, because
Yeah.
then we wouldn't have to go into the command
Yeah.
line.
No. Alright. Invalid code signs entitlements. They do not match the ones that are contained in the provisioning profile. According to the provisioning profile, the bundle contains a key that is not allowed for the key application identifier. So I didn't like Grid Cruiser Max somewhere. Oh, there's a lot of ugliness this time. String starting with your team ID followed by a dot followed by the bundle identifier. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's open up Unity Entitlements tool again. Make a game now. So I think it was the bundle identifier, but it wants the team ID first for some reason. So I'm going to go into our stuff here, and I'm going to do, okay, so I'm going to grab this whole thing for the app ID, for the bundle identifier, and we'll see if that makes things any better. Update build pipeline, quit Unity Entitlements tool, delete all this stuff, go back into Unity, nope, just Unity. Open project. Build settings. Build. Desktop. Alright. So build some things, got a package. We're going to try this again. Deliver your app. We're going to grab our package. Choose. Grid Cruiser package. Open. Send. Alright, so that wasn't right. Let's go into Unity, entitlements tool again. Open. I am going to... So this is the associated app ID. So that looks good. Bundle identifier. Application identifier. App ID.bundle ID. Application identifier, Unity Mac App Store. Find application identifier. All right, let's try mixing some things up. So I'm gonna do the deliver your app, and I'm gonna see exactly what it's asking again. All right, so the bundle identifier we want to be that. All right, so this is a new issue. Entitlements. All right. App ID.bundle ID. App ID.bundle ID. Alright, I'm going to try doing the full identifier in application identifier, but not in bundle identifier. We're going to choose update build pipeline. We're going to quit Unity entitlements. We go into Unity. We're going to kill all this stuff. We're going to rebuild. Save. Alright, and then we're going to deliver your app, choose grid cruiser package, open, send, hold your hands together. Ooh! Ooh! We got it! We totally got it. Only took 40 hour and 15 minutes, but we got it. Alright, I think we're going. I think we're golden. I'm going to go back and see what the messages are. Yeah, there is a lot of work to publish on Mac from Unity right now, unfortunately. And I'm not sure if I saw the message you sent me or not. I'm kind of behind on my stuff, so... It's uploading, yay! Okay, so we're probably going to not be able to compute it. It's a real bar, and it shows how big it is, and how long it's going to take to send. Amazing. So remember, I mean, like, I could have done the show, got everything right the first time, and shown everyone how to do it. But, like, this is how... The thing is, sometimes when you're working on something, you don't know what the process is. I'm hoping that this type of stuff will show people how to figure things out and try things if they are stuck on a process, even if it's like not sending to the Mac App Store, but instead sending to something else. I hope that if they see our errors that we had, they'll know, oh, we have to put the bundle ID with our team ID in a certain place, but not in the other place, you know. There's stuff to learn, so that's good. So this thing's barring
And I
out.
also found out about that extra program that will set up the build settings and create the package.
Yes.
After.
Yeah. So
After
Unity
the build.
Entitlements tool is awesome. I knew it was pretty good. I mean, like I remember it solved my problems. So this means that we don't have to play around with the command line. We did some command line. You can probably do it manually following those instructions on that site, but this tool is free and I recommend checking it out.
There was a lot of extra command line also that we didn't do because
This is true.
we knew the entitlement tool took care of some
Yeah,
of it.
yeah.
So
All right. Another 8 minutes in upload time. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this the end of the episode. All we're going to do between the episodes is finish this upload. If something dramatic happens, I will continue this where we left off on the next episode. If not, we'll assume that this thing got sent out, and we'll start on our next project, which is going to be doing the Windows Store, which I'm interested to learn because I've not done Windows Store distribution before. So yeah. Thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, please email me, pushypixels@pushypixels.com. You can also tweet me at Drakfire. That's DRAKFYRE. Send Magmalemur, Phil, a get well message at Magmalemur, MAGMALEMUR, on Twitter. Or send him a message down in the comments. And say hi to Jeffrey. And support the Vanguard V Kickstarter. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in less than an hour. All right. That went pretty well, as far as things go.
it got to a point where we think it's going to
Work.
submit.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So that's good.
Gonna go back to the do main plus cam.
As long as we don't
Both.
spend up until the next episode's time trying to get it to work and still not have anything to show for it.
Yeah, hopefully.
I
hopefully.
consider it good.
Yeah, I would consider it good too. Honestly, if it does totally fail and we have nothing to show for it, we can always just throw away this episode, record a new one, and pretend this never happened.
Only how many? 10 people will know?
Yeah.
Give or take.
I'm
not sure how many people-
I'm going to tell you right now. It is probably going to be easier than the Mac App Store, probably, but I am actually terrified about the Windows Store stuff because I don't even have test hardware for it. Well, I mean, I guess we have some test hardware. We've got the computer itself, but and we're going to submit it as a universal app. So hopefully that'll mean that we only have to submit once, and we'll hit both stores. So that would be awesome. But considering I've never done it, I am a little bit scared. Hopefully it'll just be smooth. So
I expect it to be easier than the Mac Store, but I am basing that on absolutely nothing.
So, yeah, I think that's probably enough banter, although I'm going to just quickly check live events. Going to call this upcoming. I'm going to go ahead and call it now and update this to say Windows Store / Windows Phone Store. And save changes. And now we're going to stop for real. That's not what I wanted.